Hi everyone, it's Barry here from Mitosu. Thank you for joining me today, and thank you for joining me for this week's Funfold video tutorial. Today I'm going to be showing you how you can make a pop-up slider card. So I'm going to be going through that step by step and showing you how you can recreate this yourself. I will be using products from the Mediterranean Blooms suite, which can be found on page 35 of the 2024 annual catalogue. But I'll go through all of those products, which I will use in a moment when I go camera down. But I do hope you enjoy what I've got in store for you today. So do sit back, relax, and enjoy. As I just mentioned, I will be using the products from the Mediterranean Bloom Suite. So as I said, that can be found on page 35 of the catalogue. So this is it here. So it's got the stamp set, Citrus Blooms. It has also got the dies here as well, which is obviously the Citrus Blooms dies. We've got some embellishments and we've got this beautiful paper, so you can see what it looks like over here. So do remember, if you do like anything you see us using, you can head over to mitosukcrafts.com/shop and you can order your Stampin' Up! Craft supplies from us via that link right there. So if you live in the UK, France, Germany, Netherlands, Austria, Belgium and Ireland, you can purchase your Stampin' Up! Goodies from us via that address on the screen right now. But for today's Funfold, this is what you are going to need. So now, if you have already seen a previous video, which was for the Stamp Around UK video hop, which happened on the 1st of June 2024, this is what I created for that particular video. So the theme for that Stamp Around UK video hop was summer, and this is it. So I've actually already gone ahead and created the front of this card. So if you want to see how I created this, then do please go back and have a little look at the Stamp Around UK video hop from the 1st of June 2024, and I will show you how I made this one step by step. But I'm going to be showing you how you can turn this middle part now into a fun fold, or a pop-up fun fold anyway, at least. So what you will need is, for products wise, so if you haven't already created this and you're starting from scratch, you will need a piece of basic white thick, and this is going to need to be measuring 4 1/8 of an inch by 11 inches, okay, and then you will then score this in half at 5 1/2 inches. That will create your card base, which is going to pop whatever way you want, really, however you want to design this, but that's what you will need. You will need another 2 pieces, one measuring 2 inches by 5 1/8 of an inch, and you want to score this at 1/2 inch top and bottom. You will need another piece here measuring 1 1/2 inches by 9 3/4 inches, and you will want to score this at 3/4 of an inch, 5 1/4 inches, 7 inches, 7 1/2 inches, and 9 1/4 inches. And that's what you'll need to score those 2 pieces. So that's really all you need for this pop-up card. And for designer series paper, you will need 2 pieces here measuring 5 1/8 of an inch by 3 7/8 of an inch, 2 of those pieces, and another piece here measuring 1 3/4 of an inch by 3 7/8 of an inch. And that's it. So that is all you'll need to do, and obviously and your card front if you've already gone and decorated it, or that one. That's it. Very, very simple. What you can do is you can go ahead and decorate some of this stuff if you wish. So you can pop this piece here, is going to go on like that one, and these 2 pieces we are going to want to pop onto the inside of the card like this. Again, just make sure you have your things read orientation wise, so in relation to the front, if you've already gone ahead and decorated that. So go ahead and stick those 2 pieces of designer series paper onto the inside of the card, and this piece here to the center between those score lines which you've just done, like that. Okay, so once you've gone ahead and done that part, we are going to take this one right here, and we're going to stick one of these pieces in first, and then we're going to then move on to the colouring to allow the glue to dry. So you've got this one here, your longer piece with your score lines. We want to make sure we fold it in a way that this end goes down like this, and then all of these ones are going to be going the opposite opposite way. So basically we're going to have it like that, and then these are going to then eventually come over and go like that. Okay, creating your pop-up area. Alright, but this is the part we want to focus on first, but you can go ahead and just fold and burnish all of these pieces so that they're ready for later on, but this is the part we're going to stick on in the card in a second. Okay, so now you've got something which looks like that. We're going to want to pop some glue on this one, and then we're going to want to stick it to the left hand side of the card, just above the score line right there, and then we can then close that and let that dry. So I'm just going to pop some glue on this. I'm just going to eyeball it centrally. I'm going to tell you to stick it in line with that designer series paper. So you don't need to go up to the edge of the score line. You can use your edge of your designer series paper as your guide here to make sure that's straight. And then that's like that. What we can do now is we can just leave that to one side just to dry nicely, so that the mechanism isn't going to be weak when we come to do the folding and the pop-up area. So that's just one side and let everything dry. What you can do now is, whilst you're doing that, is you can stamp yourself out some oranges. So I've got the oranges here you've got two types of oranges. So I'm going to take the larger one right here, and I'm going to now colour these ones in. And I will colour those in orange. So I'm going to take myself some pumpkin pie. I will also take myself some, let's have some green. I reckon we will have a bit of granny apple green, maybe a bit of old olive for some detail. Let's have a little look at that. And we will go with some yellow for the flowers. So I've got myself some pumpkin pie, granny apple green, old olive, and daffodil delight is what I'm going to start off with, and then I will then adjust accordingly. So I'm just going to sit back and just colour this in now whilst everything else is drying. So that's my colouring done with those oranges. So I hope you liked how I coloured that. Just a little side note, obviously Jay does do colouring masterclasses as well, so if that is something you are interested in, do just head over to our website, mitosucrafts.com just mitosucrafts.com. Have a little look at our classes, and Jay will have a colouring masterclass subscription, or you can pay as you go on that one as well if you want to, and you can then see upcoming classes which Jay will colour, and you can also see previous classes. So if there's anything which interests you, do please go and check that one out as well. Jay is the master at colouring, and so yes, you can learn a lot from Jay with that. So if that's something which interests you, do check those out as well. But that there is my take on it. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to die cut these out. So fortunately, this set comes with the dies. So we've got the dies which we created for the front of the card. If you go ahead and re-watch that one back, that's this lovely leafy die right here. And we've also got these ones which are going to cut these out. So we've got this nice large one there, and then you've got some other flowers which I use for the front of the card, these ones here, and we can add some extra leaves in if we want to. Okay, but I'm going to use this one right here for this now. I've also gone ahead and I have gone and stamped my happy birthday. Now the happy birthday I have got from the Simply Said stamp set. It's got this lovely, nice, straight, easy to cut happy birthday in it. So this is what I've done. So all I've just gone and done is I've just gone and stamped it on a bit of small paper and just cut it down to size. And that's what I've got. So I've got those two pieces right there like that. So again, happy birthday is from the Simply Said stamp set. But what we can do now is now construct this, all right? So this is now nice and stuck perfectly. We can then fold and burnish over these two side pieces, which we've done on that one. So we get a nice crisp fold. And you'll notice that this here is the same height, top and bottom, okay? So what we want to do on this one is we want to position this in a way on your card so that it's not going to interfere with this score line over here. So you wouldn't want to be sticking this over here because it's not going to be able to fold up. So you can stick it this side to the left hand side of the score line. Now as it's kind of folded and it's going to pop up in this position, I've kind of gone, I'm going to stick it approximately, you can see that far away from, maybe a little bit further in. So probably around about 1/4 of an inch, just over 1/4 of an inch away from that score line. So I'm going to pop myself some glue here and here. And then we can then stick this in at the top and at the bottom like that. Just wiggling that around to make sure that is stuck in the card nicely. I like to use a bone folder when I'm doing some of the gluing as well, because then it helps just move the glue out underneath. So again, obviously, if you are quite heavy-handed with the glue, that's going to end up squishing that out as well. So just be careful of that. So that's that part. Now this one here, we can now add some glue to this one, and then we're then going to then stick that to. We're going to just stick it basically to this piece which we've just stuck in right up against the edge. So not to that part here, but to the piece which we've just going to pop in. We're just going to stick that in so it's in line with this part, so everything is kind of like what it all looks like one piece. And we'll just test that quickly before it's completely set, just to make sure everything goes in. Okay, and then if it needs to move, like it has just on there, mine's just gone and just moved into this position. So as it goes, it's just moved itself in line with that. So again, it's always handy to stick it in and then move it over so that it then falls to where it wants to do, and that's where wet glue comes in extremely handy for you on that one. So as a guide, it all depends. On my other card, it was right up against the edge. It really all depends on where you position this here. So you can always go through, stick that down. And there's several ways that you can do this. You can either do it this way here first, which I stuck this one down, and then let this find its place, or you can stick this part down, which I've just gone and done, to the edge of this, and then use some glue on this, fold it flat down, and then that will then find its place. So there's a couple of ways you can do it, but that there works quite nicely for me like that. Okay, so that there has created my pop-up. What we can do now is we can now take this, pop some glue along this part right here. Again, we just need to just pay attention to where things are, because there obviously is a little bit of a gap in the middle right there, and we want to make sure we have some glue in the areas which isn't going to be seen. And they can get stuck on like that. Again, just have a little look to make sure anything isn't sticking out. So I'm just going to move it over a little bit. Close that down and just pop a bit of pressure on that just to allow everything just to stick. And there we have the part which is then popping up in the middle. Like so. Now to finish that one off, we have got this lovely sentiment which we did. So we will take our happy birthday, we will take our take your pick tool. stick that centrally over the top of my oranges, like that. And there we have today's pop-up slider card. Okay, so looks great like this on the side. When we open it up, we have that little surprise in the middle right there. So it just pops away from the card. It's a very, very simple mechanism on this one. Very, very easy to do. So I hope you find that easy enough as well. You could do all sorts of this one here, but I just liked this obviously because I did this one for a summer theme video, Hop with the Stampin' Around UK. And I think this papers they just look beautiful, don't they? They just speak summer to you, and they're obviously the blues and the oranges and the yellows. This just really is very, yeah, it's just lovely, isn't it? I just love this paper. I just love this set actually. It's just a really fresh, summer happy set. All right, so there we have it. What do you think? Will you be having a go yourself? If you do, please let us know. Please share. But if you do have any questions as well, do please contact us, and we will do our best to help you out. I've really enjoyed making that. That's good. It's yeah, as I just said, it's just lovely. I hope you've enjoyed watching that too. So, but I will say goodbye for now. Thank you so much for watching. Do check out all of our other videos on our page as well. And yeah, have a little look at those. And if you missed the making of the front of that card, do go back and check out the 1st of June 2024 Stampin' Around UK video hop. But yeah, in the meantime, we will say goodbye for now. We will be back with you again next Friday with another Fun Fold Friday, if we don't see you beforehand on our regular lives on a Wednesday and a Sunday evening at 7 PM. But until then, we will see you soon. Take care for now. Bye bye.